Hi and welcome to each and every one of you special viewers joining us for this pre-recorded show, early doors on Thursday morning. And this is for the meeting that takes place on Friday the 17th of October, Fairview Polytrack meeting. Lovely to have Grant Paddock, the resident expert, on the line. Grant, firstly, how are you doing? And then secondly, of course, do you think we're going to make some money on the card?
Yeah, morning Sheldon, morning punters, all good this side. The weather's been very, very upside down. The wind hasn't stopped blowing. We've had a bit of rain this morning. Polytrack will be quick. There's going to be a tailwind blowing tomorrow, so things are going to happen in a hurry. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, there's a couple of very nice races and there's a couple of very awkward races tomorrow, but there's enough nice races to make money.
Right, talking about horses running fast, the tailwind and the Polytrack running fast. The money came fast for number one, War of Dynamite, 4-1 down 18-10 from the Kelly Mitchley stable. Number two, Bahamian Beat is 7-2. Number six, Mio Destino, 6-1, 7-1, and better the rest. Now, number one, War of Dynamite. I remember this horse from KwaZulu-Natal, very pacey, the one draw. Tell us how this fella's been doing back home.
Yeah, Sheldon has been doing extremely well, I believe. He's had two poly gallops, very, very good gallops against horses that have won races as well. One draw, very important journey. He's been gelded. He's having his first run on the poly, but he's seen our local poly. He's doing extremely well, and they're expecting a massive run from him. The 4-1 was a good value bet. He shortened in 18-10 now. I suppose he'll drift out race time again if there's any support for anything else. But no talk on the ground for the first timer from the Fairview Bahamian Beat. Been very quiet with him. Mio Destino's got to be a decent runner. Timeline ran a very good first run here. Be that in a work riders race, still ran on very nicely. I'm not sure if a quick polytrack's going to suit that filly, but let's see how that goes. And then Mistakes, which is a 5-year-old gelding from the Cliffy Miller yard, also got fairly decent Johannesburg form, and that can be there and thereabouts. But yeah, the stable money is on War of Dynamite and expecting a massive run, and I'm tipping it 1, 6, 8, and 9.
That'll take us along to race number 2, and just having a look at the betting for race number 2, they have number 5, Grey Warrior, Richard Fourie and Alan Greef at 33-10. Number 3, Prolific Star, is at 4-1 with number 4, Stand Up. Number 9 is 9-2, and number 2, Pibadora, is 5-1, 10-1, and better the rest. Now, race number 2 will be the opening leg of the place accumulator. And just looking at the best weighted column, there's about 5 or 6 runners who are rated to dead heat here. Let's kick off with number 4, Stand Up. You mentioned the course will be running quick, although had the 14 runs to date. From that draw, are they going to loop the field and try and get up handy?
Sheldon, first time going the mile is a very big concern for me. I think Wayne is going to give this horse a chance and run at him. I can't see him going to the front. A horse like Prolific Star will go up there, there's no doubt. So to Nuclear Powers, it's one worst days, and with claiming Apprentice on no weight, that'll be up there from a good draw. I think Wayne will take a seat and hopefully run them down. Number 5, Grey Warrior, 33-10 from 11, draw, ludicrous price, to be very honest with you. He never travelled in a 2,200 metres. His backing trip to a mile. I think he's really going to battle, and this horse is closer to an 8-10-1 shot than favourite. The rest of the field, very moderate. Prolific Star's got to be probably my first pick, just. I think he's a strong front runner, so cutting backing trip is going to suit him. De Niro, the 7, is coming on nicely with runs. So too Athel Wolf. He's having his first run back on the poly in a while, but he's got his form now, and with that kind of a weight on his back, he's probably got his best chance to win a race. Then, as I mentioned, Nuclear Power's got to be there and thereabouts with front-running tactics. Very tricky race this, Sheldon, to open up, and I'm tipping it 3 from 9, 10, and 7.
That'll take us on to the opening leg of the all-important pick 6, race number 3, 1340 over 1,600 meters. And when you have a look at the field, number 6, Green Isle, is your 18-10 favourite. 3 runs on the poly for 2 wins and a third. And looking at the distance, 8 runs for the 2 victories. So certainly a horse you have to factor in. Number 1, Family Power, the 5-year-old Louis the King, is at 7-2. Will get some weight off the back. Number 7, Ginger Delight, from 7 to 1 has shortened 9 to 2. So that is the money from the Sharon Kotson stable, number 7, Ginger Delight. 9, Flower Festival is 8 to 1 with number 5, Mzolo Zolo. 12.5 to 1 and bet the rest. Let's kick off with the money horse, which is number 7, Ginger Delight. 6 runs for a victory and a third on the Poly Grant.
Yeah, very, very good first run here, Sheldon. It's having its second run here, though. That could be the question mark. But a very good first run here. Ran on very, very strongly. It's going to be the biggest danger to the top 2 in Family Power and Green Isle. Family Power still got a very good last win, but with a 4-claim on, it still holds Green Isle. I don't think the conditions are going to suit Green Isle. She likes to come from slightly off the pace. She's drawn well, so Richard might have to use her up a little bit to keep her in there. She doesn't really help a jockey in the early parts, but then finishes off strongly. Conditions might catch her out. And then the ever dangerous front running Bosnay with the claimer on has always got to be considered as well. But I think Family Power should take the Sheldon. I'm tipping at 1, 6, 7 and 4.
That'll take us along to race number 4 as we go to the halfway stage. 1,600 meters is the distance. Betting says number 1, Wishes and Dreams, 13 to 10. Number 3, East Coast Girl, 7 to 2. Number 7, Preserve Forever at 6 to 1. You can get 8 to 1 and better the rest. Race number 4, where would you be throwing your eggs into the basket here over the 1,600 meter trip?
Yeah, it's low division fillies and mares 64. It's a very, very dangerous race. The top weight and the favourite carrying 62 kilos, but she made a very good step up to the mile last time out. But it was a shallow field, as is this one. East Coast Girl, number 3, was very, very impressive first time out here. And from that 2 draw, she's going to be a massive runner again. I don't like tipping horses come out the maidens, but the way she won, she was super impressive. She's definitely going to be there and thereabouts. Colorama from the Tara Langyard, the 7-year-old, got decent form, runs well on the course and distance. She's got to be there and thereabouts. And then number 8, the Supernova Star with Muzienia for the Kelly Mitchell yard, doing good work back home and expecting to be in the quartet. Tricky kind of a race this once again, Sheldon. I'm tipping at 1, 3, 8 and 10.
That'll take us along to race number 5 as we move along to the second half of the program. And here's your best bet on the card in the form of number 2, Mercantor. He's a 6-year-old, 10-time winning son of VAR from his 38 runs to date. Look at that poly record, 6 runs for 4 victories and 2 third placings. Absolutely loves the course at 6 to 10. Number 1, Bingwa's gone 33 to 10. 3, Brendan James is 5 to 1. And then it's 14 to 1 and better the rest. Number 2, Mercantor. I can see exactly why you've made this your best bet. And this horse just doesn't know how to lose at the moment.
Yeah, not at all. He's really in top form, loves the poly, gets on very well with Richard. He's carried these kind of weights before, and he's heading for that bonus if everything goes according to plan. As long as the pace is on, that he's got something to run at, which I'm sure Alan's got a couple in the race. I'm sure that will be the thing. His biggest dangers, I think, is his stable companion, Mr. Fox. Even though he's rated down at 96, he's very good on the poly, especially over a mile. And with Louis up, he's going to get a top ride. He's probably going to be out in front, stretching them along. And if the tailwind and the quick track might just suit him, he's going to be the biggest danger to Mercantor. Brendan James at his highest, I think, now at the 99. He's really in superb form. 1, 2 good races against slightly weaker than this, but he's a horse that doesn't know how to run a bad race. And then the old man Bingwa, same story. Put him in a mile from a good draw, he's going to run you a massive race as well. But it's going to be hard to beat Mercantor, and I'm tipping it 2, 5, 3 and 1.
That'll take us along to race number 6, and this will be where number 7, One Religion, is priced up at 2 to 1. Number 10, Richard the Fearless, 5 to 1 with number 2, Red William. Number 5, Roll of the Dice, is 5 to 1, and then number 1 is 7 to 1, 8 to 1, and better the rest. And number 7, One Religion, and number 10, Richard the Fearless, they lock horns once again. Number 10, Richard the Fearless, obviously a bit worse off at the weights, but since changing tactics and going to the front, seems to be a different beast.
Yeah, definitely a different beast. He beat One Religion last time out when I was all in on One Religion, and he won a very good race. But the other horse wasn't really given much of a chance. Sat at the back of the field. I'm sure there'll be a change in tactics from Richard this time. He's got to be a bit closer with a tailwind, and Richard the Fearless having only 50 kilos on his back. But roll of the dice, another horse, solid front runner. They might end up cutting each other's throats, the roll of the dice and Richard the Fearless, which will benefit horses like Red William and One Religion. So, and then another horse, Hemsteeder, is coming on very nicely. Nice run last time out. Probably could do with a small merit rating drop to get himself really competitive, but he's definitely going to be there and thereabouts for the Jean Nel and Chad Little. But I think the winner's either going to come from the 7 or the 10, and I'm tipping at 7, 10, 2 and 1.
Next up will be race number 7 as we shoot through the card with number 1, Guy Gibson, 5 to 10, so deep in the red. Number 6, French Flame is 11 to 2. Number 8, Vulcanite at 7 to 1 with number 5, Above the Horizon. Double that and you got 14 to 1 and better the rest. Being a graduation plate grant, number 8, Vulcanite, comes in exceptionally well at a 107, but that could be a little bit deceptive here.
Yeah, very deceptive, Sheldon. She's coming off a break, changed stables as well. She has had issues in the past, but she's doing well at home. She should be in the money. She probably might just need this one run back, and she'll improve off that. Guy Gibson, incredibly hard to beat. I've made Mercantile my best bet, and this horse went down a short head, very unlucky. Another stride he would have got up. Going to be very, very hard to beat, Guy Gibson. French Flame, his biggest dangers, 2 very good runs, trying the Poly now for the first time. Very nice horses, and tries very hard. And then the likes of Hetrig and Above the Horizon to fill up trifectas and quartets. But yeah, Guy Gibson, extremely hard to beat. I can see why he's that kind of a price, and I'm tipping at 1, 6, 8 and 5.
That'll take us on to the 8th and final event, and hopefully we'll have some money in the pockets or the account to play for free over the 1,300-meter trip. The betting says number 2, Cheerio Baby, 5 to 2. 13, King Rahul, 9 to 2, and then there's a big gap to numbers 1 and 7 at 8 to 1, 10 to 1, and better the balance of the field. Now, Grant, I'm going to pick your brain on a roughie here. I always find 1 or 2 here and there. Number 6, Maneki Neko, the son of the non-platina, will get some weight off the back. But what's putting me off is that 12 draw. Looking at the price, currently 16 to 1. If he had a better draw, bigger chance.
Yeah, you got to give him a chance. He ran a very good race here first time out, and they thought he'd run a good race over the 1,000. And then put him in a 1,400, didn't stay the trip, also second run after a break. Now 13, I still think he's better to the shorter distances, the 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. But that 12 draw is going to put him in trouble. He's going to have to get dropped out and run at them hard, and with a tailwind, it's not going to be easy at all. King Rahul, on the other hand, number 13, very, very good run last time out with the same claim on. It's got 50 kilos, decent draw. I can see him out in front, and they're going to have to do some running to catch him. King Sailor, another very nice horse from the Jean Nel yard. Good last run over the course and distance, 8 to 1, decent value. Hospice de Bern from the Zitzman Westhuizen yard, also loves course and distance, solid front running type of horse. Got to be there and thereabouts. And then King Viseries, he's run 2 good races in the last 2 meetings, 11 draws a concern and 63 kilos. I'm not too keen on the favourite carrying 62 kilos in this kind of a field. She's going to have to up her game a little bit. And I think King Rahul can go back to back here. I'm tipping at 13, 7, 4 and 1, and punters need to go as wide as possible in their pick sixes.
Then just a quick mention of number 8, Cruisador, the 7-year-old son of Crusade. He has a horse who knows how to read and write. Never too far off the action, so one that you have to include in the exotics.
100% Sheldon doesn't know how to run a bad race. The old boy, if he puts his mind to it, he can actually beat a field like this, there's no doubt. But things have got to go his way.
Well, thank you very much for going through the 8-race program. Now we come to the important part of the show where we bring up your suggested bets. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Sheldon. Best bet race 5, number 2, Mercantile. My value bet race 1, number 1, War of Dynamite. And the suggested bets of place accumulator goes as follows. We open up with 3, 9 and 10, by 1 and 6, by 1 and 3, by banker 2, by banker 7, by banker 1, by 1, 4, 7, and 13 for 48 Rand full unit.
Well, thanks very much, Grant. We always value your input. You have your ear close to the ground, and thanks very much for all the hard work that you do behind the scenes.
Thank you very much, Sheldon, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thanks very much to Grant Paddock joining us on the line. Best of luck, and may you end up in the winner's enclosure.